You're watching eNews Direct. I'm Duduzile Ramela. Here are the stories we're tracking for you this evening. Two shocking Cape Town crimes caught on camera, one on CCTV, the other on a dash cam. Can you help catch the culprits? Pay up or else. The National Students Financial Aid Scheme cracks down on students dodging their debts. Of course, you can have a say on any of our stories. Do find us on Twitter and Facebook. That's at eNews Direct, using the hashtags Jakuja, hashtag cop shootings. But first, we start with this. Two shocking crimes are caught on camera. Can you help authorities catch the culprits? In the first video you're about to see, three white men beat up a black man in an apparent racist attack in Cape Town. CCTV footage captured the incident and clearly shows the attackers' faces. Yet the victim has been waiting over 6 months for the men to be arrested. The following story contains distressing images.
It's 2 a.m. and 35-year-old Sonwabile Jakuja in the white polo is on his way home after dropping off some friends. He waits for the white City Golf to cross the intersection, but they seem more interested in a game of cat and mouse, slowing and blocking his way. Jakuja manages to skirt around before getting out of his car and moving towards his boot. The three men start to attack him, hitting, punching and kicking.
The way they go out and start beating me up, I even asked them, what did I do, guys, to you? The only thing that I did is just try to pass. And then they were swearing, I don't know which word they were using.
He is left on the side of the road with a twisted knee and ankle, damaged eyesight and a head injury.
Bandenze does feel cheap. Bandenze does feel like I'm not a man. I cannot protect my wife and my children. The way they beat me up.
A few minutes later, a cab pulls up to help, and then the police. Jakuja is able to drive to the police station to lay a charge, but he collapses and is taken to hospital. He spends 7 days in ICU. Over 6 months later, he suffers severe headaches and this huge scar to bear witness to the attack.
I thought there's a law in my side, but in Cape Town, the law is not on my side. If you are a black person, there's nothing that will be done.
Tableview police have confirmed that a case has been opened but could not be reached for further comment.
The incident happened in June last year. Although the men's faces can clearly be identified in the footage, Jakuja says the police haven't been able to make any arrests. The camera wasn't able to catch the registration plate of the men's car. So until someone recognizes the faces of these men, it seems this attack will go unpunished. Tim Tongana, Cape Town.
And in the second incident, the city of Cape Town has released a video of a gunman trying to kill a traffic officer in broad daylight. The attack on the N2 highway late last year highlights the truly dangerous nature of the average officer's job. Cape Town police are still seeking the suspect. Again, please be warned, the footage contains violent images.
Officer Nizam Alexander is writing a ticket for a motorist. This man walks past the car. He pulls out a gun and demands the officer's firearm. He then shoots the officer. Officer Alexander drops down behind the car and returns fire, at which point his attacker runs off. According to the city's Safety and Security Committee, Alexander is just one of many officers targeted by criminals daily.
Traffic officers are very often the victims of gunfire. Out of the officers in the city that have been injured or killed, almost all those serious injuries, in fact, I think now almost every single one with the exception of one, has either been a traffic officer or has been an officer performing traffic duties.
The traffic department now plans to roll out dashboard cameras on its police vehicles.
In this case, the incident is captured on a dashboard cam. That's the officer's private dashboard cam that he fitted to his vehicle to gather evidence. But it's something we're rolling out to all of our vehicles now.
Although the incident happened late last year, the gunman has not yet been identified or arrested. Officer Alexander, who managed to escape with minor injuries, then finished writing up the ticket for the motorist. He was awarded the City of Cape Town's Traffic Officer of the Year in 2015 for going above and beyond the call of duty.
A warning now to graduates who owe NSFAS money. They will find you. The funding body has been tightening up on those who can but will not repay their loans since October last year. They have collected over 8 million rand in that short time. Now they're promising to intensify their efforts and will blacklist all those who are dodging their debt.
It's time for less tough talk and more action.
We are about to start.
That's the message from the National Students Financial Aid Scheme as it tries to recoup money owed to it.
People who are unwilling to pay and are already earning income and are simply refusing to pay, we are simply going to be following the normal debt recovery process for those people.
The funding body is owed 21 billion rand in student loans since its inception in 1996. And it's only managed to recover 18 million rand so far. If recipients are earning more than 30,000 rand a year, NSFAS believes they should at least be paying back 900 rand per annum.
But we want to encourage people to start paying as quickly as possible, even if it's small amounts. We think it helps the current students, because once they start repaying, we use that money to pay for the current students, and that's how the scheme is run.
NSFAS, which is currently funded by government and repayments, says it plans to put more focus on attracting new donors and funders.
We are going to find you.
Sikelelwa Mdingi, Johannesburg.
We need to move beyond anger and outrage over racism. That's the message from our Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa. He was speaking at a meeting on social cohesion today. The forum aims to create a united society that does not tolerate racism.
These advocates for social cohesion want to help the nation through the pain and anger of racism. While it's possible to legislate against hate speech and discrimination, it's much harder to change attitudes. But this group aims to develop a plan to do just that, with the full backing of government.
You can't be captured by our anger. We need to move beyond our anger.
The plan is in draft form at the moment, but Judge Mogoro says one of the key drivers of division is that some people feel excluded by policies of economic redress.
Emphasize the psychological aspect of black economic empowerment. People need to understand. And I think many don't understand the need, because the way we implement them, we push people away. We say, not you, only us. There is a need, and it is possible to take people along and say, you see, this is why.
In the meeting, it was agreed that it's simply impossible to put timelines on the project of nation building. They say this is a lifetime exercise for all South Africans. Olim Gambi, Johannesburg.
News from further afield now, and envoys from the UN Security Council arrived in Burundi today. They're in the country to try and persuade President Pierre Nkurunziza to accept a 5,000-strong African Union peacekeeping force. Now, the AU announced the plan in December, all in a bid to quell political violence in Burundi. The violence erupted when Nkurunziza announced his bid for a third term. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has confirmed that Israel plans to seize a large tract of fertile land in the occupied West Bank. The seizure, first reported by Israel's army radio, covers 154 hectares in the Jordan Valley. Palestinian officials have denounced what would be the largest appropriation in the West Bank since August 2014. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon noted that settlement activities are a violation of international law. Right, let's see what's trending on social media now. And Gareth, what can you get for 30 Rand?
Apparently, if social media is to be believed, 30 Rand will get you an internship at Marie Claire magazine. Hello, it's the #1 trend on Twitter today, with reports coming out that Marie Claire is paying its interns 30 Rand a day. Take a look at this. Some people on Twitter deciding to have a little bit of fun and deciding what you can actually buy with 30 Rand to try and show you just how little that kind of payment is. So, of course, we then put up a poll on our Twitter account on at eNews Direct. We asked the question, Marie Claire interns are apparently getting 30 Rand a day. A, this is a disgrace, or 2, hey, it's a job. So 83% deciding that this is in fact a disgrace as well. And then also, what can you find on our website today as well? Plenty going on there as well. And if you've missed anything on eNews Direct, you are welcome to go across to that. You can always catch up on the eNews Direct bulletins there. And also you can go and take a look at this. It's one of our top trending stories as well. Firefighters and volunteers tackling the Simonsburg flames today. That is ongoing at the moment, all on enca.com.
Welcome back. Money Matters now, and South Africa's disappointing economic growth rate could lead to a credit downgrade. But at least that's according to Standard & Poor's. In an apparent reference to the ministerial changes in December, the rating agency also says the country should avoid further policy errors. In November, S&P kept its rating of South Africa's credit status at BBB, one notch above sub-investment grade. It did, however, change the outlook from stable to negative. Early this week, the International Monetary Fund reviewed the country's 2016 growth forecast to 0.7% from 1.3%. MTN is denying it owes the Cameroonian government money in unpaid taxes. Authorities there say the mobile giant owes the country 1.5 billion rand. MTN says it has nothing to hide and claims to be up to date with all its fiscal obligations in the country. The company has around 10 million subscribers in Cameroon. MTN is also fighting a massive fine by Nigerian authorities over its failure to disconnect 5 million unregistered SIM cards. And with that, let's see how the markets perform today. Let's check in with the Weather Center now. Here's Louis.
Hello everyone, it's time for a check of your Friday's weather conditions, and the day will start off cloudy with drizzle and fog along the escarpment of Limpopo and Mpumalanga, while the rest of South Africa can expect mostly cloudy conditions. Showers and thunder showers will spread across the central parts, including into the Northern Cape. Some of the thunder showers may even reach parts of the western coastline. It's going to be a mostly cloudy day as well along the south coast. Light rain will be possible in the morning and once again in the evening. A quick look at your provincial forecast, and KwaZulu-Natal will be partly cloudy. Thunder showers over the western parts, but dry along the coastline. Durban reaches a high of 30 degrees. Mostly cloudy as well into the Eastern Cape, with wet weather expected in the north. A bit of light rain possible for Port Elizabeth, but dry along the Wild Coast. The Western Cape can expect some thunder shower activity, especially for the Karoo areas. Light rain along the south coast, dry on the other hand for Cape Town and Hermanus, while in Vredendal a few showers and thunder showers are possible. Very wet weather will extend into the Northern Cape on Friday, a possibility for heavy rainfall in both Uppington and Prieska, perhaps even towards the Postmasburg area. In the Free State, mostly cloudy and wet weather keep the temperatures below 25. Scattered storms are possible across the province. Similar conditions for Freiburg in the northwest, but as we head further eastwards, it will dry up. No rain for Zeerust, while Limpopo will be almost rain-free, except for the drizzle along the escarpment in the morning around Sanin. The Lowveld will be very hot in the afternoon with temperatures in the mid-30s. Thunder showers are possible for much of Mpumalanga in the afternoon. Isolated storms for this province, but scattered around Standerton. And in Gauteng, we're expecting a few thunder showers in the north, but somewhat better chances towards the south. Temperatures reaching the upper 20s during the afternoon hours. Let's take a look ahead to the start of your weekend. And on Saturday, wet weather will persist into the central parts of the country. Bloemfontein reaches a high of 25. And on Sunday, it remains dry for Polokwane at 31. And showers will spread up the eastern coastline to both Durban and Richards Bay.
Right, here's what's coming up after the break in your entertainment news. Adele's hit song, Hello, surpasses 1 billion views on YouTube. Now get this, there's no stopping Adele. She cemented her name in the record books yet again.
Unbelievable. The songstress's hit track, Hello, has been viewed a staggering 1 billion times on YouTube.
And her popularity is fast, matching her vocal range.
She makes you feel as if you're actually heartbroken. Adele's much-loved comeback song has been viewed a staggering 1 billion times in just 88 days on YouTube. Adele dethroned PSY's dance song Gangnam Style in half the time it took him to reach that number of views. We missed Adele so much during her 4-year hiatus. We watched and secretly belted out Hello in 27.7 million times in the very first day. Adele's on a roll. She's fresh from cementing her name in her first Guinness World Record. 36 million views later, she's the most viewed act on Vivo in 24 hours. Then rock icon David Bowie died. 51 million views happened. Her 25 albums smashed world records for first week sales, both in the United States and her native Britain. The album has sold more than 7.4 million copies in the US alone. It's a pity her winning streak won't include this year's Grammy Awards, but organizers have billed her as one of the night's key performers. You go, girl.
A reminder of the day's top stories before we say goodbye. 2 shocking Cape Town crimes are caught on camera, one on CCTV, the other on a dash cam. Can you help catch the culprits? Pay up or else. The National Students Financial Aid Scheme cracks down on students dodging their debt. And that's a wrap from the eNews Direct team.
Yep, that's what we leave it. Up next, Rhythm City.
Remember, you can share your views with us. Do send us an email to enewsdirect@etv.co.za.
Or you can just chat to us on Twitter and Facebook, and our handle is @eNewsDirect.
Indeed. Until next time, have a fantastic evening. Bye-bye.